When I first married my wife, I thought I had found the woman who would stand by me through every storm. We had built our lives together slowly, with love and patience, or at least I thought so. I worked hard to provide, sacrificing my own comfort to make sure she had the life she wanted. For years, I believed she respected me for that. But all it took was one conversation to shatter everything I thought was real. It happened one evening when we were sitting in the living room. She was tired, frustrated, and annoyed about something minor, and then, out of nowhere, she said words that cut deeper than anything I had ever heard. She looked at me and admitted, "I only married you because real men weren't around at the time." At first, I froze. I couldn't believe what I had just heard. I asked her to repeat it, thinking maybe I misunderstood, but she said it again, with the same sharp tone. Her words kept ringing in my head long after the argument ended. It was as if she had been holding this hidden truth all along, and she finally decided to use it like a weapon. For years, I thought we were partners, but now I realized she never truly respected me. I felt like my entire marriage was built on a lie, a choice of convenience rather than love. That single sentence broke something inside me that could never be fixed again. The following days were unbearable. I tried to talk to her about it, to ask if she really meant what she said. Instead of apologizing, she doubled down, brushing it off as just the truth. She laughed when I asked her why she stayed married if she felt that way. Her answer was cold, because it was easier than starting over. My heart felt crushed, and I knew then that staying with her would only destroy me more. I didn't tell her immediately what I planned to do. I moved quietly, sorting my thoughts and preparing myself for what was to come. I realized that I had been giving all of myself to someone who saw me as a placeholder, not as a man worthy of respect. No amount of love could change the fact that she saw me as second best. That was something I could never accept again. One weekend, I packed a bag and told her I was leaving. She looked shocked, as if she never expected me to actually walk away. She asked where I was going, and I told her calmly that I refused to stay in a marriage where I was only there because real men weren't around. She tried to laugh it off and say she didn't mean it, but the damage had already been done. My trust in her was gone forever. Walking out of that house wasn't easy. We had years of memories, good and bad, but at that moment, I realized that memories don't equal love. I deserved more than being treated like a backup plan. I deserved someone who looked at me and saw the man they truly wanted, not just the one they settled for. Time after leaving her was not simple. There were nights of loneliness, moments where I questioned if I had made the right choice. But deep down, I knew I had. Staying would have killed my spirit slowly, and leaving gave me a chance to rebuild myself with dignity. It was painful, but it was necessary. Months later, I met someone new. She wasn't like my ex-wife at all. She valued honesty, kindness, and loyalty. When she looked at me, she saw me, not what I could provide, not a placeholder, but the man I truly was. With her, I didn't feel like I had to prove my worth every day. She respected me naturally, and that respect grew into love. The difference was like night and day. For the first time, I felt what it was like to be truly wanted, not tolerated. Every conversation with her reminded me that leaving my wife had been the best decision of my life. She showed me that real love doesn't come with conditions or cruel comparisons. It comes with acceptance and trust. When my ex-wife eventually reached out, she tried to say she missed me. But I could hear in her voice that it wasn't love, it was regret that she lost someone who had stood by her when no one else did. I didn't hold anger anymore, but I also didn't feel sympathy. She had revealed the truth about how she saw me, and once that truth was spoken, there was no going back. Instead of bitterness, I chose peace. I focused on building a life with a woman who saw me as her first choice, not her last option. Every day, I felt stronger and freer, no longer chained to someone who undervalued me. My story wasn't about revenge, it was about reclaiming my self-worth. In the end, my wife's cruel words became the turning point I needed. They forced me to face reality, as painful as it was. By leaving her, I opened the door to a life filled with real love and respect. And when I looked back, I realized something important. Sometimes the harshest truth can be the greatest gift, because it sets you free. I didn't just leave her for someone better. I left her for myself, for my dignity, and for the life I truly deserved. And in doing so, I finally found the happiness I had been searching for all along.